Welcome, everyone, to Techdaily.ai. This deep dive is sponsored by Stonefly, your trusted solution provider and advisor in enterprise storage, backup disaster recovery, hyper-converged VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox cluster, AI servers, SA365, a turnkey security appliance, public and private cloud. Check out stonefly.com for more info. All right, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving into something that feels like a pretty significant step forward for AI running right on the devices you use every day, your phone, your laptop. We're looking at a new development specifically designed for that portable power and efficiency challenge.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to explore this new model, to understand what makes it unique sort of under the hood and figure out why it actually matters. Not just for developers, but genuinely for you, the person using those devices day to day.
Okay, so let's jump right in then. The core of our discussion today is a new AI model they're calling Gemma 3N. What exactly is this, and what's that N about?
Right. So Gemma 3N is their latest model, and it's built with a really sharp focus on enabling compelling AI experiences directly on your devices. The N points to its design being inherently efficient, performance optimized for these portable compute situations. It's part of their family of nanoized models. That's the key here.
Nanoized. Interesting term. And you mentioned a connection. Does this relate to other AI models people might know?
It does, yeah. It's built on the same fundamental tech as their Gemini Nano models. So by making this open, developers basically get an early look. They can experiment with the underlying architecture that's powering, the cutting-edge stuff on Android and Chrome.
Okay. So it's like getting a sneak peek at the engine driving things forward.
Precisely.
That makes sense. So beyond that lineage, what's actually new with Gemma 3N itself? What are the big headline features?
Well, the team highlights that it delivers their best quality yet for a small model, specifically tuned for those common on-device tasks. But the biggest leap, I think, is in its input capabilities.
Input, like what you feed into the model.
Exactly. For the first time in this particular model family, it can understand audio and even video inputs. And this is huge because it means the AI can start to, understand the world around you through the device's sensors. That leads to much more natural, more intuitive interactions.
Wait, hang on. So it can actually see and hear. Like I could point my phone at something and ask about it.
That's the core idea, yeah. The examples they give show things like identifying objects you're looking at maybe, like a model spaceship on your desk, or answering questions based on what it sees, like calculating the rough size of a room. You could even give it commands related to what's on screen, or audible cues, things like save this to my notes, or asking about something you just heard. It really enables whole new types of apps that react to your immediate environment.
Wow, okay. That sounds like a massive jump in capability.
All right.
But putting complex audio and visual understanding on a device, usually that screams performance drain, right? Battery life. How do they tackle that with Gemma 3N?
Right, and this is where the efficiency part really comes into play. They describe it as having their most efficient inference profile for on-device AI so far. It's been specifically optimized for mobile processors.
Okay, and what does that optimization mean in like real numbers? Is it noticeably faster?
Well, they report significantly faster processing, particularly for what's called pre-fill time. That's the initial step where the model processes your input. It's apparently much faster than previous, even much larger models, while also using less memory.
Faster and uses less memory.
Yeah.
Okay, that genuinely sounds like the holy grail for making mobile AI feel instant.
Exactly. It makes applications feel incredibly fluid, really responsive, and that's critical for anything running locally on your device.
Definitely. Now, you mentioned architecture earlier. They talked about a two-in-one mat former architecture with an embedded submodel. That sounds pretty technical. What's the practical benefit there? How does that help developers?
Yeah, it's actually pretty clever. That unique two-in-one architecture means developers can dynamically switch on the fly between two modes. And critically, it uses the same single model loaded into memory. So they can choose peak quality, or they can opt for greater speed and lower resource use by using that smaller embedded submodel.
Hold on. So one model file gives you both a high-quality option and a high-speed, low-resource one. That must save a lot of hassle.
It does. It provides this unparalleled dynamic flexibility right there on the device. No need to juggle separate models, which is a big deal for optimizing apps.
Right, adapting to different tasks or maybe different device capabilities.
Exactly. And this whole development, it reflects a broader commitment to open, accessible AI. Plus, it benefits from co-design insights from teams working on, Android and Chrome.
Sure.
Makes it more robust for real-world use.
Got it. So bringing it all together then,
Hmm.
why should you, the listener, really care about this specific development? What does powerful, efficient AI actually running on your device mean for your everyday life?
Well, fundamentally, it means the apps you use could become significantly faster, more responsive. It also opens the door to entirely new ways of interacting with your tech, using cameras and mics to understand your environment in real time. And often, doing that processing locally can offer potential benefits for privacy, too.
Fascinating stuff. Okay, to quickly wrap up, Gemma 3N looks like a really key step towards more capable, faster, and incredibly flexible AI models running directly on your devices. And these new capabilities for understanding audio and video input, it's pretty exciting.
A real push forward for what's possible with portable AI, definitely.
Before you go, remember to check out our sponsor, Stonefly. They offer solutions like their 100 TB immutable and air-gapped SSO NAS, currently available for $8,995. Check them out at stonefly.com.
And maybe here's something to think about. Imagine AI on your device that can truly understand what you see and hear in real time. What entirely new kinds of interactions or apps or maybe even assistive tools become possible then? What problem could that solve for you personally?
We'll leave you with that thought. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.